Immigrant Wilderness, July 13th, I believe. We're at the trailhead now. Luce and I are gonna do a little solo hike, starting at Crabtree Camp. Unfortunately, this is not the trail I originally wanted, and I think it's gonna add a couple more miles to the trip. Gianelli Trail that I was originally looking for is still snowpacked in July, so it's inaccessible. But this trail is pretty cool as well. Has a lot of lake features, but ton of elevation. So not really looking forward to that, but we'll make the best of it. So I'm gonna go out 2 days, 1 night, out into the wilderness, see what we can find. Luce, come here. About 1 mile in, been tearing up the trail. Not as rough as I remember it. It's pretty flat so far. Hit a little elevation at the start, but overall pretty good. Just talked to someone on the trail. They were at Bear Lake earlier, which is the lake right before the one I'm trying to get to, and she said it wasn't too bad. It was about 4 miles in or so. So 1 mile down, 20 minutes on the clock. Not too bad. And I spoke too soon. The hills are here, they're real. About 50 pounds on your back. Makes things a little tough. What do you think, Luce? Luce, what happened? So get out. So Luce, I gave her part of my sandwich, and it rolled down. It rolled down this rock and went into the water. It's out right there. You can see some little fish eating it, and she went down the rock face thinking she would be able to grab it, but it was way too steep. I didn't say anything, but her greed and hunger got the best of her. You all right? All right, it's been about a little over 2.5 miles. We made it to Camp Lake, not Crater Lake, Camp Lake. So we're gonna continue on and shoot up to Bear Lake right now. So this should take us to Bear Lake, and then if we want to continue on to Y Meadows, we can keep going up that way. It's supposedly really busy at Bear Lake, and I don't know how far Y Meadows is from there. So we're going to see how it goes, see if Luce doesn't fall in another lake along the way, and we'll check back in. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is a nice trout right there. Oh man. Luce, what is that? Luce, what is that? Is that snow? Is that snow? Is that snow? July 13th. Snow. How cool is that? I think we just got to Bear Lake. Came up on this huge stream and roaring, and then just awesome lake in the background. Massive too. Really beautiful scenery. So we just left Bear Lake. We are headed towards Y Meadow, which is the furthest lake, and it's going to be a little tricky. The trail, there's not really a trail, so that's first and foremost. It's probably a couple more miles just following the river, so we're gonna see how far we can go, see if we can make it. It's only about 1 o'clock, so got a ton of daylight left. Should we not be able to cross it to make it back down to Bear Lake. The only thing with Bear Lake is there's a ton of people there, so it's not as remote as it's meant out to be in the wilderness. So we're gonna shoot for Meadow and see what happens. Goddamn beautiful out here. She's a beaut. So we just chatted with a couple folks that were heading from almost White Meadow, and they were on this saddle ridge or something, and it was probably about another hour and 40 of bushwhacking and bouldering and just stuff that's not too fun with 50 pounds on your back. So they smartly set up a campsite at Bear Lake, and then took little day packs up. So they were doing with day packs and seemed a little exhausted. So I think Bear Lake it is tonight. It's beautiful, it's big, it's got some swimming, some great views. I think I'm down for that. Found the spot for this evening. Not ideal in terms of shade, but it'll be nice at night. We're gonna do it right here. Put the tent right there. Got a little covering from the tree, but there's already a fire pit made. Lou seems to be enjoying it thoroughly, and the water's right here. So that's really good. Up there was a spot. Up in there was a campsite, which was pretty nice, a little further away from the water, but it was full of mosquitoes, and I was getting eaten up within 5 minutes. So this is going to be the spot for now, and I think it'll be cool for some nighttime photography if I'm able to get the stars over the lake tonight. So we'll see how it goes. Carried some wood back for the fire. You got yours loose? Alright, let's go. Made it, camp for the night. Sun has finally gone down over the ridge over there, so we're not crazy amount of sun on us. This is it. Made a little chair here on the rocks. Got Luz. How you doing, Luz? Got a nice fire going. A little bit of music. Then we got some dinner. Just cooling down in here. A little spicy chili. So we'll see how it goes. All right, good morning. We survived the night, made it through with no issues. It is 9:03 in the morning. We just got our food from the tree we had hidden up there to make sure no bears ate it. And I was just getting some water by the river here and decided to go for a dip. It is absolutely freezing, so it's going to be a quick one and probably a painful one, to be honest with you, but here we go. numbing. That is absolutely freezing. Woo! Woo! Good morning. French press. Lucy really digs the hot peanut butter and raisin oatmeal and cereal. Lucy, get your head out of there. Let's see. All right, not bad. Go ahead. This is pure joy. That's what that looks like. Just like that, we are heading out. Leaving no trace. Campsite was there. Even picked up some additional trash we found around the campsite. Headed back out.